Hey everyone, welcome back to another Couch Cat podcast video. I'm Ryan, and this is Alan from Couch Cat
Hello.
every time. And today we wanted to make a video and talk about 6 games that are similar to SimpleMMO in some aspects. They're browser-based games. Some of them have mobile elements, and yeah, we just feel like they're not discussed enough in the browser-based MMORPG space. Right, Alan? Do you
Yeah,
agree?
absolutely.
Cool. All right. So we'll be getting into the first game here. All right, everyone. So our first game here is Mana Storia. Again, it's a browser-based MMORPG, completely free to play. And as you'll see here on the screen, it says "Welcome, Hero," and leads into their intro. And again, it's a free browser-based online RPG. And it says, "Go on a journey to explore unknown regions, face and capture hundreds of magical creatures, find special items to forge new equipment, and join other players in epic real-time raid battles. Challenge the world boss and advance through the tower floors to find precious treasures. Unravel the rift dungeons and become the most powerful hero ever. The sky is the limit." And look, there's 78 players online right now, so
Good
uh,
amount.
that's a good amount. And that's Mana Storia in a nutshell. All the information you need to get started in this game is provided on the home page. They have their own wiki and obviously their news section, but the wiki will show you how to play the game. And if you're a longtime Couch Cat fan, you'll know that Alan and I actually covered this game
We
way
sure
back
did.
when Couch Cat was indie focused or like anything we could find. And Alan, they're not lying about the real time raids because you like a real or not like a real, but like traditional MMORPGs, you can join raids actively. Which good and bad. If there's a low player base, then you're screwed. If there's a high player base, you're having fun.
Yep.
But this is a very much, Alan, if you would agree, clearing floors of dungeons. Like there's like
Yep.
tons of dungeons in this game that have like 20 plus floors to it, and that's your gameplay loop essentially. And then Alan, also there's a pet system, if I recall
Yep.
correctly,
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
that's a huge thing here. Breeding your pets, getting a strong pet, and then clearing those dungeons with your pet. But yeah, that's Mana Story. Alan, do you have anything to say before moving on?
No, it's a fun game.
It was fun when we played it. We were addicted because thing you get a lot of free stuff up front. So when you join, Alan, do you remember we were like redeeming so many
Yep.
rewards and
Yep.
players in global chat were giving us coupon codes
Yes.
to get like the in-game currency to get ahead. This is very interesting. It's really fun. But yeah, that's Mana Storia, free online browser-based MMORPG.
The next game that we were showcasing is Torn. In fact, it's probably one of the most popular text-based, browser-based
Mhm.
RPGs, MMORPGs out there. So let's read a little bit about it first. So Torn is a text-based online RPG set in Torn City, a dark, murky underworld where only the sharpest survive. In Torn City, you can be anyone and do anything. Build your character to infinite strengths and play it your way. Torn City is a massively multiplayer game with thousands of active players around the world. Join them, attack them, befriend them, marry them, trade with them, compete with them. Whatever you do, do it now. So in that case, like compared to Simple Mo, it's very similar where it's just
Mhm.
infinite numbers, right? You can continue to level up as much as you want, which is pretty cool.
Wales.
It is by far the most popular text-based, browser-based MMORPG because right now it has 6,600 users on it. You don't see
Mhm.
that often.
No.
Yeah, in the last 24 hours, 38,000 players. That's insane to me. Um, so there's a lot on the homepage, right? And I do want to show there's a wiki as well for this game, a full-on wiki, which is great. There's news and forums and everything like that. Um, I want to read a little bit more to you about it. It's a exciting, gritty, real-life text-based game. Text-based games are addictive and fun to play. Torn City is no exception. Um, Other game features included into this is starting and joining a faction, so like a guild, collecting and trading items, invest in Torn City stocks, avoid jail and hospital, undertake missions, race cars, get married, get a job or start a company, take education courses, win big in the casino, play poker, invest in the bank, shop for items, program viruses, read or
Hmm.
write for the Torm City Times newspaper, buy multiple properties, travel, hunt, and the list goes on and on and on. And I gotta tell you, I played like I don't know a couple hours of this game way back when a player called Kirby reached out to me in SimpleMO asking me to play, and there are so many things you could do in Torn. It's kind of overwhelming, so I highly recommend reading the wiki because there's a lot that you could do about it. I mean, it's still actively updated as you can see here on the 16th. Today's the 21st. It was updated again, 252 updates later in this game. So you're really into text-based like mafia style games. Highly
Mm.
recommend Torn. People clearly play it all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and we've had multiple players of Simple MMO's community mention or recommend Torn to us. I know a lot of the Koi guild members play Torn or have in the past.
Yep.
And yeah, that Kirby person, he used this for referral codes, so good for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, there's referral codes in the game as well, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I
Alright.
mean it looks like a giant game, and it looks like it's got a steeper learning curve than
Yes.
what most, like, say, Simple MMO players would be looking forward to.
Oh, yeah, it's
um,
definitely not simple, that's for sure.
yeah, definitely, it's Torn, the not simple
Yeah,
text-based MMO.
yeah.
But cool, Alan. Cool game.
Yep, that's torn.
So our next game on the chopping block that will do no chopping whatsoever is Stein.world. Now, this is another game where Al and I played way back when Couch Cat was doing indie games in a broader perspective. We also played with a ton of our friends, including our personal friend Trung. We had friends from the Couch Cat Guild within Simple Mill play with us, such as Orange Man, Yurg, and a couple others. It was a very easy game to just create an account and hop right in, much like Alan, if you agree, RuneScape Classic. It's very easy to
Yep,
play.
yep,
So here is their homepage. I love the pixel art. As you can see here, you get a lot of like Stardew Valley vibes. And of course, this is where you sign in and register. And down here, you get a wall of text. So a lot of these browser-based MMORPGs are excellent at providing walls of text. And here, Stein.world is no different. So Stein.world or Stein.world, which I'm just going to keep saying Stein.world, is a new free-to-play real-time browser-based MMORPG with many common features of the MMO and multiplayer genre. A persistent and diverse 2D pixel fantasy world, hundreds of quests and cool items, dungeons, crafting, server rankings, and much more to come. In addition, all it takes to embark on this all-in RPG adventure is a device with a modern internet browser installed. So again, very much like Jagex with RuneScape. Play on
yep,
PC, all the OS is there. A tablet or mobile device, so it does dip into the mobile space. And it's as simple as opening a website in your browser because that's literally all you have to do. And I can attest to that. Alan can attest to that. Very simple, very quick startup. And it's got a nice onboarding process. It's like a micro tutorial, if you will, that
yeah,
shows you questing, crafting, equipping, um, you know, leveling skills and jobs and combat. So very, very cool. Uh, this has a wiki floating around somewhere, but you really have everything you need as an introduction to the game on the homepage. And just like how Alan highlighted the updates for Torn, Stein.world has an update on the 19th of August. And again, today's the
2
21st,
days ago.
2 days ago. So, very much alive and very enjoyable. But yeah, that's Stein.world. Alan, do you have anything to say before we move on?
Yeah, I thought this game was really fun.
Mm.
There were so many quest items you could do in this game, like, everyone had an explanation point over their head,
Yeah.
and, at different, if I remember correctly, different lands, so, like, at different levels, you could approach different lands, so that was
Yep.
interesting as well.
And the party system was nice because it was kind of like
Yes.
that, like global EXP party system. So like
Yep.
everyone could join up as all of our friends were joining us. and we didn't have to be in the same spot to get passive EXP from everyone's combat. So, um, not like you could power level your friends, but it's a very nice touch when, especially if everyone's joining at different times, that you could still party with your friends even if they're in the tutorial. So, pretty cool.
Yep.
I liked it.
Yep.
And that's Stein.world.
All right, the next game we are going to cover is Legends of Idleon. In fact, this is both a browser-based game and an app-based game. If you see here, I've played both. I prefer the browser actually. So, what is Idleon? An idle MMO where you're in control from your own guild of characters who all continue to play even when you're gone. Whether you've got a few minutes to play or the whole day, Legends of Idleon provides the fun MMO experience you're looking for, alone or with friends. So yeah, essentially you have you could have up to like 5 or 6 different characters, so you could create your own little mini guild.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have any friends who want to play this game with you, you just play by yourself with all your own characters.
Which is a great, like, they took advantage of in the market where players are always like that, like, oh, I want to play this MMO, but I'm going to be alone. So,
Yeah.
which is like not the
Yep.
point of an MMO.
Right.
So yeah, they added something really unique here.
Yeah. And then you could create your legends with 38 classes and 600 plus unique skills. The possible synergies are endless. Maybe you'll make a barbarian fisherman who catches sea monsters, for your druid alchemist to make into powerful potions, which boost the critical damage of your hunter assassin so you can defeat the world boss, unlocking even more content. So yeah, it's super unique in that regard. I think it's interesting. And finally, you could explore a world of fun with monsters like moonwalking carrots, giant bullfrogs, and prancing coconuts. Who knows what crazy things you'll encounter outside of town? Maybe you'll meet a new quest giver or find a hidden shop or even discover a secret area with a unique boss. Uh, so it's got that whimsical kind of genre to it as well, which
Hmm.
is nice.
Very Maple Story esque.
Yes, yeah. If you could take like a idle game and then combine it with Maple Story, I think that's what
Hmm.
you have is Legends of Eidolon right here.
Yep, and it's got what I found when we again, this is another game we played together. We covered old podcast episode.
Yep.
Um, and it's got really good management too. So if you're like into
Yes.
sim management or party management idle games, um, it's there. All the illustrations are there too because if you want your person to go level up, strength or whatever, and you put them in a map where they're just battling it out, they'll eventually die, and you'll come back,
Yeah.
and they will be doing nothing for the last couple of hours. But very addictive. It's got a very cool art style where everyone kind of looks like a white gloob, you know.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
but the armor changes, the equipables change. So if you harp on that, I do personally. I think you'll find it very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
Yep. That's Legends of Eidolon.
For our next game, we have RPG MO, another browser-based, text-based MMORPG. And here you'll see it's very extensive, pretty much like every game we've covered so far. And they have a lot of information for you on their website, so a lot of internal information, and then a lot of upfront information so you know exactly what you're getting into. So RPGMO is an online multiplayer role-playing game that gives players the opportunity to explore many paths. Players can build up combat and magic skills and acquire spells, weapons, and armor to become formidable fighters. And they also may build, crafting skills and create items for themselves or for sale to others. Again, it says it's an open world sandbox experience where players may choose their own road, and a key component of gameplay is a vibrant player market where any object may be sold to other players. And now, if you play SimpleMMO, you'll know that could be chaotic. And going down here, it says explore 44 different maps, fight over 800 different monsters and over 50 bosses, mine 17 different ores for use in making jewelry, weapons, and armor, craft and cook 65 different types of fish. That's a lot of fish to replenish health.
As a lot of fish.
Yeah, thanks for all the fish. If you didn't know that reference. And then it also goes to further elaborate other systems. So there's crafting, your own jewelry, armor, and weapons. It says boasts over 4,250 unique items that lure players via the player market. There's thousands of items to equip to your character. It says fight monsters in a party dungeon with up to 4 friends in a randomly generated map. Now that's cool. So that's
Yeah.
from reading this, that means it's an active party. It's not, an idle party where you all just have a character and log off. So
Right.
that's what we're always looking for. That's uh, if browser-based games can do that and offer like an active experience and not always be solo, but with multiple people online, I think you're looking for a ton of fun here. And then it says,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. And then it says challenge other players to a friendly duel on any map, or enter the player versus player map to take on all challengers. So there's active PvP. Very cool. And then farm on your own island to grow food or crafting materials, and also breed pets if you choose. Excavate a dungeon and grow 22 different types of mushrooms. Why are there so many mushrooms? And alchemy produces potions to temporarily increase your stats, and pet breeding produces newer, stronger pets that increase your stats. So like Mana Storia. And then it says choose from over 361 different pets. That's a lot of pets. That's a lot of Pokemon. So
It's a lot of options. It's like SimpleMMO with all the different armors
I
and
know
and
this
weapons.
this game sounds like it's got a learning curve to it. Um, but yeah, that's RPG MMO. I haven't played it personally. Alan hasn't played it personally, but it's got a lot of cool features to it that it boasts. And if you search online, there are all the various MMO websites or even Reddit. It's got a lot of praise from its player base. I don't know how big the player base is, but if you're looking for something new, definitely check it out. Of course, it's got a wiki here where you can go and learn more about the game, see what you're really getting into. Alan, do you have anything to say before moving on?
No, it's kind of bummer that this is like the only one that doesn't showcase how many players it has. But
Yeah,
it is what it is.
that's always, you go through all the. Oh, there it is, 303
Oh,
players.
we lied. 303. That's better than some of them. So that's
Yeah.
actually that's simple MO levels. So yeah, that's good.
Mhm. So you can probably assume the community um, is not full of strangers. Like it's very vocal, probably fun to jump in and learn all about it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's RPG MMO.
Next game is, and actually the last game is Gates of Survival. So what is Gates of Survival? Well, it's an idle text-based MMORPG where you create a custom character of your own and train them as you wish. There's a brand new world for you to explore and fight in. Want to make your own armor? Head to the mines and gather ore, smelt it into bars, and forge your own equipment. Want to gather and prepare your own food for combat? Fish, cook, and sell your goods to other players, or use it to heal yourself. Bind runes and create magic spells. Fight to your heart's content. Enjoy your game experience with no advertisements, energy, stamina, or inventory limits. Play alone or join one of the many active clans. If you're ready for a challenge, try our Iron Man or Hardcore Iron Man game modes. Iron Man must fully fend for themselves without help from anyone, and Hardcore Iron Man must do the same while avoiding death. There are 33 plus skills to train, including mining, prayer, foraging, combat, forestry, archery, arcane magic, thieving, fire making, rune binding, and more. Every single quest or skill in the game is 100% optional, which allows each and every player to create their own unique path in the game. And then Gates of Survival isn't just a game you finish in a week, and we're constantly adding more new content and features on a weekly and often daily basis. We also have a suggestion board system that allows players to suggest new features and have them voted on, and players can write and submit their own quests for consideration. They currently have 19,332 accounts since 2015, which honestly isn't that many,
No,
right?
I wouldn't
That's
even
that's
claim that.
7 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I and there are currently 74 players online playing the game.
it's
So
beating.
probably one of the smaller ones that we
Yeah,
covered so far.
it's beating Mana Storia.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So what does Gates of Survival offer? Entirely free to play, offline collection system, which is the idle portion of it, right?
Mm.
So it allows training gathering skills like while logged out. A passive gathering system, which allows you to play online or offline. Again, more of the idle aspects of it. An automatic skilling system. That's pretty interesting. no advertisements, no energy or stamina systems. Those are always annoying, especially when it comes to like the mobile games where they have like 6 activities you could do and then you're out for an hour.
Sometimes longer.
Yeah, sometimes longer. Ironman mode, you're on your own. Hardcore Ironman mode, and you only have 1 life. 33 plus skills, 6 quests to venture on and complete, which is there's only 6. That's kind of bad compared to what they were saying.
Maybe it's like 6 quest lines. So like
Yeah,
you pick one line and it's like there's multiple aspects to it. Hopefully, we
yeah.
don't know.
Hopefully, 132 monsters to fight, a pet system with over 30 pets available,
Mhm.
robust clans system, and versatile player trading system, and as well as job board. And then there's a chat, regular updates, and an active community. This honestly, to me, it sounds like RuneScape with idle activities.
Yeah. And
That's yeah,
the boastage, if that's even a word, but the boasting of
yeah,
true free to play, much like Stein.world, if you go back to the homepage and you read their intro, this sounds more like
yep,
a passion project or a hobby.
yep,
And they're not nickel and diming the player. So
yeah,
while the features are not as robust as, say, some of the other games we went over recently, um, I think it's a good game to try. I think you'll get a lot out of it as the player. Um, what is that zoom? Anyway, yeah, I know it looks interesting. It looks truly free to play. Okay, everyone, that's the video. Those were 6 browser-based MMORPGs that were similar to Simple MMO. If you like the video, please consider leaving us a like, subscribe so you don't miss anything new in the future, and leave a comment. Let us know if you've played these games before, if you're playing them now, if there's any games that we've missed or we should, consider covering in the future. Um, Also, when I say subscribe, if you do subscribe, you'll be notified for our 2 times a week streams for Simple MMO specifically. We do stepping party streams Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. US Eastern Standard, along with tutorial videos and other Simple MMO related content videos. For everything else, head over to our website at couchcatpod.com, which is linked down below, to find and listen to our podcast episodes. We have blog posts and among other things, including our social media links and our Discord server, which consider stopping by and, stop by for a chat. But that's the video, everyone. I'm Ryan. That's Alan from Couch Cat. Alan, do you have any parting words, actually?
yeah. Thank you.
End!
Yeah. Yeah. Look forward to our future content where we'll probably be doing deep dives into each of the individual games, give you full coverage on those, and then potentially other browser-based games. If you know of any other browser-based games, please leave a comment down below, and we'll look into them.
Yeah, and that's it. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye bye.